Hey guys, today's video is going to be my Project Pan update. It's coming a little later than I had wanted to, but I do have everything marked on time just to keep the references accurate, straight. I don't know. Sorry for the weird lighting. It is very overcast today, so I had to come right up in my window and I'm feeling like it's really not flattering on all of my texture and stuff. But I guess you're seeing my skin for what it really looks like in real life. I don't know. But it's looking a little weird. My hair's a little crazy, but it doesn't matter. We're here to talk about my Project Pan. So this is my very first Project Pan that I've ever attempted, and it's the year-long 18 in 2018 project. Now, I was feeling, you know, a little good, like I was on the right track my last update, and now I'm just kind of like, there's no way I'm going to finish the majority, definitely not all of them, but even the majority of these products by the end of the year. I'm not someone that wears makeup every single day, and I do, of course, upload multiple times a week here on YouTube, so when I do wear makeup and film, I'm trying like many different products. I can't just stick to these. I'm wearing most of these products on my face today, and I have finished a few things, but I'm not feeling great about it. So I am going to start with a little bit of a wrap up on what I had already finished in my last update. So these are not new empties. These were already finished by my last update. Why am I having such a hard time today? So the first thing here was the Melaleuca Sun Shades Lip Balm. You can only purchase this if you're a member of Melaleuca. Melaleuca is like a healthy household brand, I guess. You sign up for it and you purchase from them every month. It's not really like Avon or anything. You like become a member of the service and you buy, you know, your laundry soap. They have skincare, they have makeup, they have granola bars, vitamins, pretty much everything you need, like on a consistent repurchase basis. And I really do like the service. I'm no longer a member right now because they are more pricey because it's a healthier brand. But if you are a member, I definitely recommend their lip balms. They were really, really great. I finished the ABH Clear Brow Gel. I love this eyebrow gel. This is like super strong hold hairspray for your eyebrows. My eyebrow hairs, I guess, are quite long and unruly, and these keep them in place all day. I definitely will be repurchasing probably in the fall VIB sale for 20% off. I'm glad I finished this before my last update even. This is the Kat Von D Tattoo Liner in Trooper. This eyeliner is great. It has a super fine tip. It makes making a wing very easy. The tip of your wing is really sharp and precise, and I loved it. However, I will no longer be purchasing from Kat Von D. I'm not getting too much into it. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna buy this again. Now, last time I tried to sort it with like optimistic items, ones I'm a little unsure of and ones that I really don't think I'm going to meet my goals on, but that got a little confusing for me, so I'm going to go by my list that I have here and just whatever order I had written it down in, which was, you know, just a random order. That's the order I'm going to talk about the products today. First thing on my list is this Wet n Wild eyeshadow duo. This is the Mega Eyes Shadow Duo in Diva Duo. This is a very old product, and no matter the progress I make by the end of the year, this will be going in the trash. I do have pan here on this copper shade. It was a tiny pan when I brought this into the project, but it definitely has gotten bigger. I have been using it. And I've been trying really hard to hit pan on this light gold shade. I have it on my eyes today, but you can't really see because these are not very good eyeshadows. It could be that they weren't very good to begin with. I'm sure it was just a few dollars a few years ago, many years ago. Like, I'm talking the beginning of high school, I think. Or the formula has just gotten old. I will swatch them. Like, they feel just very dry in The pan, like there's basically nothing to them. So I'm using them just for the sake of using them, and I can almost put them on top of a lot of looks and not really affect things. I'm going to continue to use it, you know, here and there. I'm definitely not going hard on this because I just don't really like it anymore. Next is this CoverGirl Liquiline Blast eyeliner. Now, since this is my first project pan, I don't really know the etiquette on kicking things out of your project, but I have made no progress on this. Like, I didn't even mark it this month because I put a sticker right over top of the last sticker for January and April because I don't have to sharpen it that much because I don't use it that much. I do have it on today. It's just not very black anymore. It's kind of a dark gray. It's pretty dried out. Like, it wobbles in the wooden tube because it's dried out so much. It's kind of like shrunken in a little bit. What is the etiquette on this? Let me know in the comments below. Do I kick it out and bring something else in, or is it okay to just toss this because it really is very old? This is another product that I have had since high school. I pulled in like a handful of products that I know were super, super old and need to be thrown out by the end of the year, probably years ago, but let me know. Can I just toss this in the garbage? Do I have to replace it? Is it okay to just toss it and then like not add anything in? I need to know. Next up is this Revlon HD Lip Lacquer in the shade 570 HD Smoky Topaz. This is the first month that I could see any kind of lines. I originally thought that this was maybe too thick and didn't really settle and like caked along the sides of the wand, which could still be true, but this month when I pulled it, it's stored upright. I could see a clear like demarcation up here, so I marked this for July. This is another product that I've had coming on 4 years, I think, and for a lip gloss that is very, very old, it still smells fine. If it actually like spoiled and went bad, I would of course throw it out. I wouldn't put it around my mouth. I'm not wearing it today. I have on a lipstick instead, but their tones don't really go well for me. It's not flattering on me. This is very thick because it is a lip lacquer. I really don't enjoy this all that much. I prefer a thinner gloss versus this, but I have been using it, and this is another product by the end of the year will just be heading to the trash. The lipstick I'm wearing today, and that's in my project, is the Rimmel Kate lipstick in the shade 8, and this is in their regular cream lipstick line. Now, when I went to market, it is the same as it was the previous month, so this polka dot one on this side is for July, but it's starting to flatten out. So it's flatter across the top than it was before. I have been using this, but it just doesn't look like it's gone down much. I definitely wasn't using it as much as I was in the first portion, but even then it didn't go down that much. I do really like this. This isn't as old as the other products, so whatever progress I make, it will go back into my collection. I'll probably give it a break because I use this a lot, but because of that, I'm not using a lot of the other products that I want to get to, but it's a really pretty everyday shade. It's kind of a like mid-tone pinky nude type of color. I don't think that will be completely gone by the end of the year though, so I don't know, I'm not too optimistic. Next, I have the Maybelline Color Tattoo. This is the limited edition leather one, I believe. It was limited edition. And this is an 80 Creamy Beige. This is what it looks like. This is very, very dry now. I have it across my whole lids today, and I've been using this quite a bit. It might make it to the next update, but I'm finding it really hard to get any product out. I think it's pretty much done. It is pulling from the sides quite a bit. I'm not sure if you'll be able to tell there, but it's not, it definitely is on the older side. It's not as old as like I didn't buy this in high school or anything crazy like that, but it's definitely 2 or 3 years old. And for a cream shadow, that's, I think, pretty standard. My MAC paint pots do last longer than these, I will say that, but yeah, I'm getting as much use as possible. If I could hit pan on that before it went bad, I'd be pretty happy with that. Next up is something that I know for sure 100% I'll have finished by the next update. This is the Smashbox Photo Finish Primer Water. Like, there is so little left. Here are my markings. Can you even see? So we started up here. That was the last update, this like orangish colored one, and then this itty bitty sticker here is for July. So this will be gone pretty soon. As it is, I have to kind of hold it sideways to spray it so that the straw is actually getting stuff. I will repurchase this. I want to try one of these scented ones, the collab with Nicole Concilio. I don't watch her videos, but I'm interested in trying a scented spray, so I'm gonna support her collab. Next up is the Benefit Porefessional. This is a deluxe sample size. I've been using this very, very often, but this bottom portion I feel like is still pretty full of product. You can't really see through the packaging though, so it's hard to tell. And I mean, it is hard down here, so I don't know how much. It's hard to see my progress is what I'm trying to say, but I've been using this a lot for 6 months. I've been using this a lot, and it was not brand new when I brought it in. So I don't know how much product could possibly be in here. It says 7.5 mils or 1/4 of a fluid ounce. So that doesn't seem like a lot, but I only apply it like right here on the apples of my cheeks where I do have enlarged pores. I do have enlarged pores across my nose as well, but if I bring this up there, my foundation just kind of like slides off. It looks really gross by the end of the day. This is not my favorite pore filling type of primer, so I won't repurchase that when it's gone. Next is the Urban Decay Primer Potion. Every day I've been using this, except for today because I used the cream shadow, and these kind of work as a primer as well for me. I absolutely love this. I will 100% be purchasing the full size. This is a deluxe size sample, and every single day I think, no, this is the end. It's so hard to squeeze out. It's got to be gone, and I get another day's use and another day's use. So I don't know, like, it has to be close to being empty, but I feel like I said that last update too, so who knows? That might take us right to the end of the year, but it definitely will be gone by then, I hope. Next is the Maybelline Instant Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles Treatment Concealer. This is in the Brightener shade. I really do like this. This is the pinky toned one. And I use this as a corrector for my dark circles, and sometimes around my nose can be a little bit dark and around my mouth, and that's where I'll put this. So I have been using this pretty often, but you need so little. I'm really not doing that great in terms of progress. So the polka dot one was January, this faded red one was April, and then this pinky purple one is July. This is not going to be finished, unfortunately, but because it's like that kind of color correcting type of shade, not a regular concealer, which for my future projects, I will keep that in mind. This probably wasn't the best type of product to use because I don't need it every single day, and you need it in such targeted areas, but I'm happy to be getting more use out of this than if it were just sitting in my collection. Next is the Revlon ColorStay Foundation. This is for combo oily skin and is in the shade 150 Buff. This is way too light for me right now, so I've been using this to mix. I'm not quite at my like middle of summer tan shade, and right now my foundation's even a little bit light. So to keep getting use out of this, I've been using my foundations that I really can only use for like a month out of the year, so why do I even have them? I don't know. And have been doing like a pump of this and a pump of those ones and mixing them up and, you know, adjusting from there as needed. So I'm trying to still get use out of this, but this is really not going to get a lot more heavy use before my next update, unfortunately. So I don't know if it will get finished, but it does expire in December 2018. If you didn't know, if you look very closely on these bottles, here at the very bottom under the label, there is like a little stamp down here. You probably won't be able to see it in this light, but it does have an expiration date down here, and it says expiring 18 December. So it will be getting thrown out at the end of the year regardless. I love this foundation. I don't know if I will repurchase it though. I'm trying really hard to make better choices when it comes to purchasing makeup, and a lot of the people I follow who are cruelty free do not have similar skin types to me, and I do want to still have affordable options as well. I have tried e.l.f. foundations and a lot of them are not my favorite, and they definitely don't compare to this. I do really love the Wet n Wild Photo Focus, but again, it doesn't hold up as good as this does for me in the summer months because this is for combo oily skin. So it's one of those things that I'm sure that there is an affordable foundation that would work for me that is cruelty free, but am I going to have to buy 10 of them to find it? Like, this is not my full-time job. I don't make any money on YouTube at all. So that's why I'm not saying like we are now a cruelty free channel, because I'm not going to guarantee that I'm never ever going to buy from a company that is less ethical. I don't know. That sounds so horrendous, but that's kind of where I'm at right now. It's kind of like when vegans beat down people for not being vegan, but they only eat seafood twice a week or something like that. Like, they're trying and they are making an impact, not eating bacon on every single meal. Second rant of the video over. This is probably not going to get finished, but by the end of the year it's going to be trashed. I did make pretty good progress, steady progress, but I'm too dark for this now. Another exciting product, this is the L'Oreal True Match Powder in W2. I hit pan on this since my last update. I hit pan on June 14th. That was like when I spotted the tiniest bit of pan, and now we are here, and you can see like this whole center part is very, very thin. You can basically see the pan outline like to about here, but the edges are still very high, like pretty much to the top. So when I've been going into this, I'm no longer kind of hitting right in the middle like I was. I'm kind of going around the edges. So I'm not sure how much more pan progress we'll be seeing, but I'm trying to wear down, you know, the edges too. I do think a realistic goal for me for this product, as this is getting pretty light too, is to maybe hit side pan by the end of the year. I was going to try and use it up, but I just don't know if I can. We'll see. I'll keep trying, and I'm not going to stop once I hit side pan or anything. We'll keep going, but I'm not sure if I will be able to fully finish that. This is another product like the foundation that is much too light for me now. This is the Body Shop bronzer in shade 2, Fair Matte. I can't use this anymore. I've been using it in my crease just to get more use out of it, but like, it is light. I'm gonna swatch it here. Can you see that? It's basically the same shade as my tan on my arm is. My arm is darker than my face, but it's definitely not enough of a differentiation to be a bronzer for my skin. It's a little too dark to use as a face powder, and it's a little too light to use as a bronzer. I was kind of using this as a bronzer first and then layering a darker bronzer on top just to get more use out of it, which is so stupid because my cheeks were starting to look really muddy. So this is going to be used as a crease shade when needed. Like if I'm reaching in for a palette that I feel that there maybe isn't a great crease shade, or I want something a little more neutral and less warm, then I'll reach into this for that. But that is definitely not going to help me hit pan much faster, and I will be pulling this back out as a bronzer in the fall. But I have made good progress. Like when I first brought this in, I had been using it So the honeycombs are a little less bubbled, but definitely not flat. Like you could still see the pattern perfectly. And now it definitely is worn down, but like, where's the bronzer, you know? Next up is the Physicians Formula Beige Pearl Highlighter. That's what I have on my cheeks today, along with most of these products. I really love this. It's a really natural highlight, but it definitely can be built up. It's still not like the See You from Space highlights, but it is very beautiful. I don't know if I'm gonna hit pan though. I've been using this a ton, and I mean, there's no significant dip. It's here on my middle finger. Like, it is light, but I can build it up to be something, a little something something, you know? Oh, you probably can't see it in this lighting because the lighting is so weird, but just trust me when I say it is really beautiful. Next is the Model Co. Blush in Peach Bellini. This is even more vibrant than NARS Orgasm. So I'm finding it a little hard to wear. It is on my cheeks. And I use this quite a bit, but there's no dip or anything in here. And this is like a smaller panned blush. But you can see that there's been some wear, but no dent. So I don't think I'm gonna finish that off. Lastly, I finished another product. This is the ABH Brow Wiz. I finished this off May 20th. This is definitely something I will repurchase. It is gone, and it was one of those horrible situations where you have one brow done and go to do the other brow and there's nothing left. So that was fun. This will be being repurchased in the fall VIB sale. So that is my update on the 18 products that I want to finish or hit pan on in 2018. How are you doing with your projects? Do you have any tips and tricks for me to get some more use out of these? Let me know. Please do give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed today's video. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!